So this is a half squat or half primal squat. And I'm going to show you the full form, and then I'll show you modifications and variations as well. So starting with the right knee in flexion and bent, take your left leg into half of a squat, and then widen your knees out to the side. So for this one, just allow your pelvis to settle and be in its neutral position. And to switch to the other side, there's a couple of different transitions, but bring your hands forward on the ground, go to kneeling on the other side, sit back, and bring your opposite leg into a squat. And then come again just into your neutral settled pelvis. So for some, sitting back like this or sitting on the heel is a challenge. So I'm going to show you how to do this with some props as well. So come forward into kneeling, grab one of your blocks and place it at the medium setting into kneeling. And then once you do that, just find neutral with your pelvis, neither forward or back, just nice and settled. And then do the same thing, keep your right knee in flexion and take your left leg into a squat, and then you can widen. And that lessens the pressure on the knee. If you need to go higher, you can flip the block up as well, or even higher. If you go all the way up, you're going to want 2 blocks. And that's a good starting position to start to build the comfort of knee flexion. And then over time, you can start to lower those. And so if you're helping your students or you're working on this with yourself, know those options for modifications as well. Okay, now for transitioning, if you can maintain deep knee flexion, there's another way to transition back. So put both hands on the outside of your right knee and sit behind your heel. And then to come back, push down, lift up, and sit over your heel. Now you can still do this with a block, just not at the highest setting. So for this one, again, bring your hands forward, sit behind your heel. Sit up and over, and you'll work those skills. Now to transition to the other side, without the block, sit behind your heel, bring your hands back behind you, bring both feet forward, point your opposite foot, pull it in, then you're sitting behind that heel. Bring your hands to the outside of your knee and sit over your kneeling heel. Bring both hands to the side, sit behind, hands back, both feet forward, pull your foot in, hands to the outside of your knee, and sit over your kneeling heel. Now as you start to build the skill, it just goes back and forth, over, behind, over, behind. And you can do that a few times with your hands or with no hands. So that's the half primal squat with modifications and variations.